So welcome everybody to midweek meditation. I never know who's watching us streaming. I know who's in the Zoom room. Let me just change one thing. There we go. Okay. So again, welcome. My name is Wendie Lash. If you're not familiar, we've been doing this now. I thought it was 9 weeks, but I think this is week 10. Midweek meditation, since we've been sheltering in place, and we have people that come from around the country, and I know we have at least one person from another country, and we welcome everyone to be part of this meditation and this community, and to find a nice pause in the middle of your week. And feel free, if you're in the Zoom room, to put in the chat where you're coming from, and so people can see that. Everybody's muted, so we're good. I like to honor the land that I'm on. I'm in Redwood City, California, which was originally the Lamchin tribelet of the Ramaytush people, who are part of the Ohlone Costanoan language group. A brief word about meditation. If you're relatively new to it, or completely new, or returning to it, or a longtime practitioner but still struggling, all of those are welcome here. I invite you to try to let go of needing your experience to be anything other than what it is, and anything that you do in terms of meditation as a spiritual practice builds on future meditation. So one step in, one foot in, one toe in, a moment of meditation is something that you can build on, and it is a lifelong practice. So be kind to yourself, which is actually the theme of this week's meditation. Is about kindness. So we'll move right into that. A couple weeks ago, I think it might have been in week 2, or it might have been in week 3, I introduced loving kindness meditation. In Buddhist tradition, it's called Metta. And I have been doing some kind of Metta practice for, I'm not sure, at least over 10 years, probably something like 14 years. And it is my go-to practice. So I'm very comfortable with it, and I like introducing people to it. A lot of people are familiar with mindfulness meditation, which is almost ubiquitous now, at least in the United States. I can't speak to other countries, but it is moved into many streams. And so Metta is really a flavor of mindfulness practice. It's a flavor that focuses the mind on loving kindness, on and a kind orientation. Traditionally, it's done with phrases, and I'll talk a little bit about those phrases. Today, what I thought we would do would be a hybrid, both using the Metta loving kindness phrases and inviting the body to have an embodied experience. So moving back and forth between phrases and body. Really important to practice kindness to ourselves and kindness to others. It's a good antidote. I will speak personally, as also collectively, it's a good antidote to anger, to getting flummoxed by something that isn't going the way that you want, or somebody responding to you in a way that doesn't feel kind. Noticing your own judgment, or when you're feeling judged. Metta practice can be a wonderful way to take yourself very quickly to let go of that energy. Of course, mindfulness practice general mindfulness practice can do that as well. But I like to focus my thoughts that are going round and round on something else. I like to focus them in another place instead of trying to notice them and let go of them. That sometimes seems harder when I'm activated. And loving kindness practice, Metta practice, reminds us that we're doing the best that we can. So in this situation, we may not have responded in the way that, to keep ourselves even, or we might have, somebody might have been snarky to us, so we were snarky back to them, or we might have started the snarkiness because we woke up on the wrong side of the bed or something else happened. And just remembering that we're doing the best that we can, and also remembering that the other person, even though their behavior may be causing us pain, may have caused us pain, that they're doing the best that they can. I'm already starting to think about the Jewish season of Elul. I'm actually going to be doing 2 Elul projects, which I'll tell you about in future weeks. One of them is through Judaism Unbound, which is the sponsor of Jewish Live. And another is Emerging. So Elul as the month of preparation before the Jewish High Holy Days, very reflective time, a time of letting go, a time of returning to self, and letting go of judgments. And so we're getting a head start here today. I also use the Metta practice to remind me and share it with others, to remind us how we carry things. Even though they're in the past, we carry them into the future. We carry them into the present is really what I should say. And we cannot go back and change the past. The only thing that we can do is decide how we are going to be in the present moment. And I was actually telling a client this week, I've heard this story both in Jewish spaces and in Buddhist spaces. So in Buddhist spaces, it's 2 monks, and in Jewish spaces, it's 2 Orthodox rabbis. So since we're in a Jewish space, I'm going to tell it as 2 Orthodox rabbis. So there's this great story. You may have heard it in one form or another. So 2 Orthodox rabbis are walking together, and they're also praying. So they're praying to themselves, being very reflective. And they happen upon, they come to a river, and there is a woman who needs to get across. And of course, men in Orthodoxy are not supposed to touch another woman. And the one rabbi carries the woman across the river because she asks to be carried across the river and she doesn't have any way to get across. And so then the 2 Orthodox rabbis continue on their way. And about 20 minutes later, the rabbi who didn't carry the woman, turns to the rabbi who did and said, "I cannot believe that you picked up that woman and carried her across the banks." And the rabbi who carried the woman turns to his colleague and says, "I put her down 20 minutes ago. You are still carrying her." And I love that. It just reminds us of how we carry things that have happened in the past into our present, and that we have the ability to put them down. And I believe that this practice, if we're really struggling with judging ourselves or judging another, is a great vehicle to help us to put down what we're bringing from our past into our present, and giving us that fresh start and that reboot and that honoring of, we're doing the best that we can. The other person who did something to us is doing the best that they could have. Can I let go of this so that it's not affecting my present moment? If you're new to this practice, or if you haven't been trying it out, I'll remind you that the traditional metta phrases that come from the Burmese lineage of Buddhism, some of them are very, very long. Condensed down, the wishes are either to yourself or to another. So the guess it would not be the pronoun. My grammar's not coming to me. May you or I, whatever that is. I think it's the object of the sentence. May you blank, or may you be safe. May you be strong. May you be content. May you be at ease. If it's for the self, may I be safe. May I be strong. May I be content. May I be at ease. Now, those 4 phrases are the ones that I use. They come from my distillation over the years of the traditional Buddhist phrases and what some Western Buddhism practitioners have used. So I will share those with you in the meditation as we go through this. But if you have another word that arises for you, another something that, you know, I also, instead of may you be, sometimes I use may you feel, because we, you know, we cannot say be strong if somebody is dealing with an illness, but may you feel strong with that illness. If somebody is dying or diminishing, may you, you know, may you be at ease, may not feel right, but may you feel at ease with what is going on. So that there are ways that we can play with it. And I invite you to let the words flow in whatever feels natural for you. And sometimes just the word safe, just saying that over and over again, instead of adding may you be, or may I be, or may I feel, just holding on to it till you have a sense that I'm actually wishing either myself or another safety, and then moving to the next phrase. So this is a unique individual practice, and I invite you to allow yourself to let it unfold in whatever way is right for you, and practice it on your own. Again, I'm always available through my website, wendielash.com. If you have questions about this, happy to have you email me, and happy to support your practice as things come up. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing today. And again, I'll start us in the body, bring in the phrases. We'll start with a dear one. So bring to mind, and maybe even if you have an image of that person, somebody that's so dear to you that it's not a complicated relationship. And for some people that is four-legged furry creatures. For some people that may be someone who isn't around anymore. But we are choosing a person that is so easy for the heart to open its well-wishing to, that while it's nice to have somebody who does that for us, what's important is to get the movement going in the heart. And so that person is a placeholder for other people. So it's, especially given that, you know, we have limited time, it's important just to choose somebody and stick with it. Then the second phase of the meditation, we will direct the loving kindness, the friendliness, the warmth and love towards ourselves, both in the body and with phrases. And then the third phase of this, I'm going to give you a little bit of choice. You can either move to someone that you have difficulty with, somebody that you're holding some judgment or some challenging thoughts with, and to send loving kindness practice to them. Or if that doesn't feel right for you, you can send it out to whoever needs it. So really you're sending out blessings and well-wishing to the whole world, or to a community, or to a group of people. If we were on a long weekend meditation retreat, that would be, you know, we'd all be doing everything together pretty much. But we have less time here today. So I want to give you that option. And at any time, if you move, for instance, if the self feels like it's a stuck place and it's really hard to give loving kindness to yourself, then move back to the next level, move back to this benefactor, this one that you have just overwhelming love and compassion for. It could be somebody you've never met. Many people choose a spiritual teacher or somebody who does amazing work in the world, who inspires us. Move back down, or I don't want to say down as if there's a hierarchy, but move back to what is easiest for the heart. And then you can try to move back out again to the self or to somebody that you have difficulty with. That's our plan for today. So the chant that I chose is one that I use usually when I lead Shabbat morning contemplative chanting practice for the place in our service where we're feeling the overwhelming sense of love coming from the mystery that many name God. And it's by a woman in Berkeley. Her name is Bon Singer, and it has 4 Hebrew words, which are Ahava, which is translated as love, Rachamim, which is translated as compassion. In Hebrew, it has the same root as the word rechem, which is the word for womb. So it's motherliness, loving energy of motherly compassion. And all of these attributes are ascribed to God, in especially in our liturgy, but back in the Hebrew Bible as well. And Hesed is the third term. Hesed is loving kindness, so pretty much the same word as Metta in Pali, in the Buddhist tradition. And the last word is Shalom, which is in this, well, it can mean hello and goodbye in modern Hebrew. It also means peace in modern Hebrew, as well as liturgy and in the Hebrew Bible. And what I love about Shalom is it has the same root as the word Shalem, which means wholeness. So what we're cultivating and what we are honoring is our desire to feel whole, the peacefulness of not being broken up, but of feeling our own wholeness, and our wishes for others as well to feel whole and at peace in that respect. So I can see a few of you, so give me a thumbs up. You can hear me okay, I'm assuming. Great. All right. So we'll start with that chant. Ahava, Rachamim, Chesed, V'Shalom, and use that to slide into our meditative place. And I will guide you through, and whatever your experience is, I hope it brings you joy. Ahava, Rachamim, Chesed, V'Shalom. 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 So take a nice big breath in, filling up the lungs, maybe even feeling the belly expand. And as you exhale, let it go. Another breath in, receiving the breath, feeling the aliveness in your body. And as you exhale, releasing and softening, Noticing the body as you let go of the breath, just letting it return to its own rhythm. Noticing your sit bones rooted in your chair or on your cushion, grounding you down. Noticing the back and the strength of the spine. Maybe feeling a little stretch of the head, lifting up the spine and the belly so that the body feels strong in the back. And as we notice the body, just noticing anywhere that might need a little adjustment. Maybe the head needs to move forward or back over the spine, letting the spine softly hold the head. Maybe moving side to side or lifting the shoulders up and back and down, elongating the neck, shoulders away from the ears. Noticing the hands, maybe one is inside of the other, softly holding one another, or they're on the legs or on the knees. Just noticing the place where you feel the sensation of your body. Might be on the bottoms of your feet, behind the knees, or in the elbows, the low or the mid back. And as we breathe in, concentrating, using the breath to bring us into the body a little bit more. And we breathe out. Our focus is on bringing the warmth of kindness and friendliness to our body, to our heart, to our mind. And so we'll actually start with the mouth and thinking about whether it moves or not, the mouth being in a gesture of friendliness with a slight smile on the edges of the mouth. And really feeling the way that our nervous system responds to simply setting an intention of friendliness with the mouth. And going a little further, is there a way that the tongue and the inside of the mouth can feel like they are smiling too? They're part of the smile. And breathing in and breathing out in your own natural rhythm. Thinking about what smiling with the eyes, what does that feel like in the body? To add the eyes. Maybe it's the backs of the eyes or around the edges of the eyes. Think about adding the ears into the smile. Smiling ears. Smiling forehead. Smiling neck. Smiling chin. And moving the focus down to the heart. Letting the heart smile, and whatever that means to you. feeling the warmth and the friendliness in the body. So we bring to mind that benefactor, that dear one, or a group of people that it's so easy to wish well. Someone, some creature that the heart just naturally responds to. And if you'd like, you can add the phrases, giving the mind a vehicle for its well-wishing, saying internally to yourself as you breathe in and breathe out, may you be safe. Breathing in, may you be strong. Breathing out. And breathing in, may you be content. And breathing out. And on the next breath, may you be at ease. So both the mind and the body and the heart are all wishing well to our beloved. May you be safe. May you be strong. May you be content. May you be at ease. And so take a few minutes to wish well, send your blessings and prayers to your dear one. And if you notice the mind drifting off to something else, bring it back to the phrases and/or bring it back to centering into that smiling heart, that smiling face, that smiling body. And we move back to the body as we prepare ourselves to move to sending blessings and prayers and well-wishing to ourselves. So coming back to the heart, that smiling heart, that heart of kindness. Just letting yourself feel the kindness in your body, adding to it the belly, the soft belly that receives, that gives hugs, the arms that give hugs. And these days we don't give a lot of hugs because we're social distancing, so we can give spiritual hugs with our arms to those that we love, feeling it in the body. Again, noticing the smile in the mouth, in the eyes, and inside the mouth, in the corners of the mouth. A body of warmth and friendliness. A body of love and compassion. And we turn our blessings and prayers and well wishes towards our own self that needs it. First, just feeling the energy of turning those well wishes towards ourselves. That may be challenging, or it may feel very welcome. And we add to it, if you like, the phrases. May I be safe. May I be strong. May I be content. May I be at ease. May I be safe. May I feel strong. May I feel content. May I feel at ease. So continuing those phrases or letting them go and being in the body, sending the well-wishing to yourself for a few minutes. If you notice that you've gotten caught up in some other thoughts, returning to the body, returning to well-wishing towards your dear one, and then moving it back out if you're able and ready to yourself. So we move back to the body as we prepare to send the well-wishing, blessing prayers out to either someone that we have difficulty with, or some other group that we know we want to send our well wishes to. Or if you want to focus on every being in creation, the world that we are so aware of, our connection to every person on the planet during this pandemic. See where your heart is called. We come back to focusing in the heart, feeling the warmth of the heart, a heart that knows how to love, a heart that can smile, a heart that can feel joy, a heart that can receive blessings and prayers from others. And we notice the rest of the body and engage it as well. The smile that is in our lips, in our mouth, really feeling how the mouth smiles, how the tongue and the throat can be part of that smile. And the nose, we haven't focused on the nose, but can the nose be part of the smile? The cheeks, the eyes, the forehead, the arms that hug, the hands that give gentle touch, that comfort. How our hands are a smile, a friendliness. And feeling it in the back, feeling the strength of our back and our spine. That friendliness is a strength. Kindness is a strength. And we can embody that strength in order to send it out and know that there's enough. Feeling it in the hips, in the groundedness of the hips. How do the hips smile with us? The belly, smiling belly underneath the belly button. Behind the knees, another smile in the body. Thinking about our knees and feeling our knees being part of our smile. Our feet that can snuggle and walk beside another, that can stand us in places of comfort for others. The kindness of our feet that carry us to the side of another who's hurting. So we feel the smile, the friendliness, the kindness throughout our whole body. And then bring into the mind, who is the person or the group that we want to send our well-wishing to? Maybe someone that we are having a challenge with right now, with someone that we feel has hurt us. And we want to put that down and return to the natural way that we feel love flowing throughout our body. So replacing the energy of judgment and pain and rightness with the energy of love and compassion and friendliness. And you may want to stay here with the body, or you may want to add phrases. So we breathe in and say inside of our mind, may you be safe. And we breathe out. Breathing in, may you be strong. And we breathe out. Breathing in, may you be content. And breathing out. And breathing in, may you be at ease. And breathing out. Wishing safety. Wishing blessings of strength. Holding in our heart prayers of contentment for another. And breathing in and wishing ease and peace. So taking the next minute to send loving kindness out. In your own way. Went over a little bit. So I will say goodbye to our friends and community that are on the live stream and that are watching this on the recording in the way that I like to, which is honoring the divine that is in me and the divine that is in you. Salam Elohim, in the image of God. Salam Elohim.